Jersey City.
Okay, any particular section or neighborhood?
Up in the Rio section.
Rico section. And where are you currently living? Cater,
Cater.
and that's also in Rico, right?
Yes.
Do you currently live alone or with somebody else?
If my girlfriend and two kids.
Your two. Mr. Davis, I'm going to ask you a little bit about your criminal history.
Sure.
Okay. Beginning in 2004. I'm sorry. 2004. Did you plead guilty to a third-degree conspiracy to commit theft here in Hudson County? Okay. And a third-degree offense. Do you happen to know the amount of time that one could potentially face? We're talking about state prison, if not just indicate. Okay. Were you ever advised that you could be looking at 3 to 5 years in a New Jersey state prison? Does that sound familiar?
Yes.
Okay. And you were sentenced on that conspiracy to commit theft on September 24th, 2004. Is that correct?
Yes.
And instead of a state prison term, you received 5 years of non-custodial probation, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And then that probation was extended the following year, 2005, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And then in 2016, it was extended once again, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's go to 2016. On January 29th, 2016, were you arrested in Jersey City?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Do you recall picking up a charge in 2016 in Hudson County?
Yes.
Okay. And as a result of that charge, specifically third-degree arson, did you plead guilty on April 18th, 2016 to a third-degree arson?
Yes.
And do you recall whether or not you were told that, again, because of the degree of the offense, you could be facing 3 to 5 years in jail?
Yes.
And on June 3rd, 2016, you were sentenced on that charge, correct?
Yes.
And you didn't receive a state prison sentence, correct? In fact, your probation that you had originally received back in 2004, 2005 was just continued.
Yes.
Now you're currently on serving probation.
Yes.
Okay. And you received 4 years probation in 2016, correct?
Yes.
And you also received 180 days in the Hudson County Jail as a condition of that probation.
Yes.
Did you in fact go do the 180 days in the county?
Yes. I did.
Okay. And then you came out and started your probation?
Yes.
So you're currently on probation?
Yes.
And when does your probation expire?
This June.
This coming June 2020?
Got 4 more months.
Now, you're here today testifying under a state subpoena, correct?
Yes.
Were any promises discussed with you or anything inducing you to testify in exchange for anything to do with your probation?
No.
Was your probation ever discussed in terms of
Not at
your
all.
testimony here today?
No.
Okay. Probation means you can't use any illicit substances, correct?
Well, my probation, I have terms under my.
You have to sign a contract,
Yes.
what you were and were not allowed to do, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now I want to direct your attention to March 24th, 2018, during the late nighttime hours, midnight hours, okay? On March 24th, 2018, where are you living?
I went in for Boyd Avenue.
And Boyd Avenue is in Greenville, Jersey City, correct?
Yes.
Did you come into contact with Jermaine Palms that night?
Yes, I did.
How do you know Jermaine?
He's like my brother. We grew up together.
How long have you known him?
Since I've been like 5.
Okay. And is he older or younger?
He's younger than me.
Okay. Do you remember in the year 2018, in that March period of time, do you remember what was going on in Jermaine's life?
Yes, he's trying to get an apartment upstate New York.
Can everybody hear him? I know he's a little soft spoken. Yeah? Okay, go ahead.
He was trying to get an apartment upstate New York.
Okay.
Through the Arbor, it's a house in, like a Section 8 type.
Section 8.
Yes.
And on the night of March 24th, 2018, did you happen to see Jermaine?
Yes, he came to my house.
How did he get to your house if you know?
He drove.
Okay. Do you know how Jermaine was going to pay for the Section 8 housing?
Yes, Mom, well, I'm not gonna say Mom, his aunt.
I mean, I don't want you to tell me what he told you, but
No.
did you learn how he was going to pay for the Section 8 housing?
Yes,
How?
through his aunt.
From his aunt?
It's his aunt.
Okay. Did you learn that he had gotten money from her?
Yes,
Do you know how much money he got?
yes,
How much money did he get?
$600.
Did there ever come a point in time on the night that he came to see you, March 24th, where you saw the $600?
Yes, it did.
Can you tell us a little bit about how you came to see him?
Well, when he came to my house, and he said that his aunt just gave him the money, and he showed it to me in the car.
How was it stored in his wallet?
It was in a section of his wallet.
In a section?
Yes, like he had a triple fold wallet.
Do you remember, if you could think of a man's wallet, there's a portion, like
I
an
have a
open-
wallet on me.
That would be helpful. Exactly. Okay, so if you could hold this up a little bit for the jury to see. Is this the kind of wallet
No,
that
he
you
did not
have?
have one with a wallet like this.
Okay, what kind of wallet?
He
How
had
was
like
it?
a F&T looking wallet, and it fitted like 3 ways.
3 ways. All right, so your wallet,
When he showed it to me,
yes.
but actually, question.
No, go ahead, you do it.
When he showed it to me, he went there to a portion. He went like that. He said, bro, I just gave you money.
Okay, so for the record, you are showing the jury
He showed me like this.
like a portion where cars are stored.
Yes.
What do you, that's a section of credit cards, you personally, business cards?
This month?
Yeah.
This is my,
It's not
this is
like-
my bottom of this hospital.
No, but the section of the wallet that you're showing, that's where you have, like, credit cards and things stored, right?
No, where he has his credit cards, I can't see it precisely, but when he showed it to me, he went like this.
Kind of open.
Opened it and showed it to me. Yes.
Was the money sticking out? Was it crumpled up?
No.
Was it folded or something else?
The section.
Say it again?
It was folded in a section.
Okay. All right. Did he ever take the money out of the wallet to show you?
No.
After he showed you the money, what did he do with his wallet, if you remember? Don't guess. If you don't remember, that's fine.
Was he put in his
Do you remember approximately what time of day you met up with your brother?
I'll say before midnight.
Before midnight?
Before midnight.
What were you and your brother planning to do that night after he picked you
Well,
up?
when he picked me up, we went to have a drink, 'cause I was drinking already.
Okay. So you guys were gonna drink together?
You know, go have a drink.
Now, you just said you had been drinking,
I
right?
was drinking before he came to me.
You were drinking before he came to you?
Yes.
What time that day did you start drinking?
Wow. Then early in the afternoon, so
Okay, now without guessing, would you say it was after 12 o'clock noon or before 12 o'clock noon?
after 12 o'clock.
After 12 o'clock noon. Do you know how many drinks you had?
Probably about 10 to 15 shots.
Shots?
Shots, yes.
Shots of what?
Amsterdam.
What's Amsterdam?
That's a bottle.
A vodka?
Yes.
So from sometime in that early afternoon to the point where your brother got you around midnight?
Yes.
Did you have any non-alcoholic beverages throughout that period of time, if you remember?
Nothing I can recall.
Did you have any food?
Yes.
You ate during the day?
Yes.
When your brother picked you up, were you drunk?
I was tipsy, if you want to say that.
You were tipsy? How often do you drink during the week?
Not too long.
How many days a week?
Out of the week, I'd say 4 or 5 days out of the week.
4 or 5 days out of the week. Now, what do you usually drink?
Amsterdam bottle.
Vodka. Okay. You do shots during the week?
Yes.
When did you start drinking, if you can remember? Like how
What do
many?
you mean? That day?
No. You're 46 now?
49.
49 now, I'm sorry. Have you been drinking like that for the last, say, 5 years,
No.
4 years? How long have you been drinking like that?
I've been drinking like that since I basically found out about my illness.
What little illness?
I have a heart disease, and I have a hole in my colon.
I'm sorry, can you tell me again?
I have a heart disease, and I have a hole in my colon.
And so you started drinking?
Yes.
You found out?
Yes.
Do you know what year that was?
Within the past year and a half.
So we're in 2020, last year would have been 2019, half the year before that would have been 2018.
Yes.
So in 2018, is that when you started drinking shots of vodka?
That's when I started assessing.
Excessively drinking? Okay. How many shots of Amsterdam does it take for you to start getting drunk?
About 20
About 20?
during the course of the day. That's not.
Do you
all-
spread them out?
Yes.
You go ahead, you
It's
tell me.
not all back to back, back to back to back. It's not like that. During the course of the day, I go to the store. Then, well, another shop. Considering how my mood is.
Considering how your
How my
mood is?
mood is, yes.
When you're down,
Yes.
is that a time that you might drink a little bit more?
Yes.
Where did you go, if anywhere, after your brother picked you up that night?
After he came to pick me up, we went to get something to drink. No liquor stores was open. It was late.
Okay.
So we went to the doghouse on Orient and Jackson. That's an after-hour bar.
Oh, the doghouse is, what street did you indicate?
That's Orient.
Orient?
And Martin Luther King Road.
Okay. It looks like, from the picture, is it on the corner, that corner, Orient and MLK?
Yes.
In Greenville?
Yes.
Okay. How did you get there?
My brother's girlfriend called because he was driving.
He was driving her car?
Yes.
Were you both going to go out and hang out there?
No, well, we just basically went to get something to drink there.
Okay. Did you both get out of the car?
No, I got out of the car. I went inside.
And why did you go inside?
Get something to drink.
Were you gonna drink it in the doghouse, or were you gonna bring it back
No,
inside?
we went inside. I went and purchased some beer and some DSOP.
What's VSOP?
That's cognac.
Cognac?
A liquor.
What you got? Cognac and what else?
Like 2 Budweisers.
Okay, who was gonna drink the Budweiser?
My brother.
And who was gonna drink the cognac?
I was.
Okay. How did you pay for that?
My brother gave me $20
Did you see where the $20 came from?
out of his pocket.
Okay. Did it come from his wallet?
No, it did not.
Okay. After he gave you the $20, what did you do next?
Then we went down on Bridget Street. Yeah.
I think you're jumping ahead. Just listen to my question before you answer, okay?
Sure.
After your brother handed you the $20, what was the next thing that he did?
Went inside and bought the liquor.
And then what did you do?
Got back into the car.
Okay. And where was your brother parked by that point?
Yes.
Where was he parked?
Right in front of the store.
On MLK? In
Yes.
front of the Columbia Tower?
Yes.
How long were you inside? If you can recall, if you don't recall that, just indicate that.
Okay.
Okay. Did Jermaine come with you into the darkness?
No, he did not.
Was Jermaine in the car when you came outside the darkness?
Yes.
Did you get into his car?
Yes.
Did you stay with him on Orient and MLK, or did you go someplace else?
From there, we went somewhere else.
Where did you go?
On Bridget Street.
Richard Street?
Yes.
Why did you go to Richard Street?
So we just sit down and have a drink.
Is Richard Street in Greenville?
Yes.
Is it describe it? Is
It's
it
across from a park. It's like a side dead end block.
a side dead end block?
Yes.
Do you know what is the dead end street called Richard Street, or does that have a different
I
name?
think that's the name of it, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, take a look into S2. Do you recognize S2?
Yes.
Okay, what is S2?
Well, this is the street that we was on.
So this is the street that you're calling Richard Street?
Yes.
Okay. Now, how would one get to Richard Street?
You gotta come down from off of Garfield.
Okay.
You gotta come off of Garfield. Matter of fact, I think going down Garfield, I think I think Bridget Street. this side block, I'm not sure.
If you don't know the name, that's
Sure the
okay.
name was,
That's all right.
but it's a dead end block.
It's a dead end street.
It's a dead end street.
Have you been to that area before?
Yes.
How many times? Over the
During
years?
my lifetime,
Yeah.
several, because I used to go way down that block.
Okay, so you're familiar with that?
Familiar with that.
While Jermaine was driving to Bayside Park, were you drinking in the car?
No,
You weren't drinking while he was driving?
no.
No? Where was the alcohol?
On the, and I was on the passenger side, right on the floor, the passenger,
In the front passenger?
passenger floor, yes.
Okay. And was Jermaine drinking while he was driving?
No, he didn't drink at all at this point.
Were you feeling tipsy, like you said just before, in the car?
It's really nice.
Feeling
It's really nice.
nice? Okay. Did there come a point in time where Jermaine parked the car?
Yes.
Okay. And the judge is going to give you a stylus, it's sort of a pen, and just, turn around. Okay? And if you could indicate about where you, if you can recall, okay, only if you can recall, mark where you think you guys parked the car that night.
I can recall where we parked, but we was right there at the fire hydrant.
You're right now near the fire hydrant? Okay.
Feel like a little circle on the next screen.
All right, I can't see the fire hydrant
Okay.
on here.
If-
But we was right around where this car is at, somewhere around here.
Somewhere around there,
Yes.
okay. So if you want to just mark it, just put an X and put your initials, big, small as you want, doesn't matter.
I think it's right around here.
Okay.
It's a white car.
Near that white car?
No, let's just say that's the car.
Oh, that, okay.
Let's just say that is where we was parked at.
All right. Does this,
This looks very familiar.
okay.
Yes.
And is this the same? that
This
you
is
were
the
talking-
same street from there, yes.
All right. So I'm going to give you a black Sharpie marker, okay? And I'm going to ask you to use the marker to show me where your brother parked the car.
These are on the side right now.
All right. So if you can tell us, what was the plan? What were you and your brother going to do that night when you parked there?
We're just gonna have our drinks. Just sit there as well.
Sit there and talk. Okay. Did anything happen? What, if anything, happened after your brother parked the car?
We sat there for a couple of minutes and then a police car crept up on us.
Was it a marked unit
It
or,
was
if you remember?
a regular Jersey City cop car with lights, but with no lights, it was normally when you put up. I was not no undercover cops or nothing like that, that's what you asked.
That's what I was asking.
No, there was no under, it was a marked vehicle, regular Jersey City cop car.
Okay, 4 doors, SUV, truck,
It's a cop car.
Cop car.
Cop car.
4-door cop car. Now, you just described it as crept up. Why did you choose the word crept?
Because it didn't have no lights on. And it caught us off guard, like, ah.
So, when you say lights, do you mean headlights?
No headlights, no nothing was on.
Now, what happened when you noticed the cop car? What happened next?
Next thing I know, two officers out of the car.
Okay. And where did they go?
One went towards my brother, and one came towards me.
And were you asked to produce license, registration, insurance, or something else?
Well, when officers got out the car, officer that went towards my brother, he had a demeanor with himself. I mean, it was just like, I could tell, like, just his movements, like, it was, like,
You should feel free to speak, say what you remember.
he had an
as long as what
attitude,
you
bottom
remember.
line, like, he had an attitude, like, whatever, like he was being,
What do you, Miss Davis?
like he was being a dick, bottom line.
Okay. What about him reflected or made you think he was being a dick?
It's just the way his attitude was. You know, I have been in situations before.
All right, I don't want you to
I'm
get
just
into any
saying.
situation.
I know the demeanor was, it's just his body movements, just the way he was.
Okay. All right, and so that officer who was behaving that way, did he approach you or your brother?
He approached my brother.
Were you still in the car when he approached your brother?
Yes,
Okay. Your brother was still in the car?
yes, both of us were still in the practice room.
All right. And the other cop, where did the other cop go?
He came towards me.
All right. Do you recall whether or not your brother gave him a license or an ID or a wallet or something like that?
My brother did give him a license and registration.
Okay. Did your brother have a driver's license? If you
No, he don't have a driver's license.
Okay. But do you remember, did your brother, if you recall, hand something to that police officer with the attitude? Did your
My
brother?
brother did hand him the registration to the show.
Was your brother ever, if you recall, was your brother ever asked to step out of the car?
Yes, he was.
Were you still in the car when he stepped out of the car?
Yes, I was still in the car.
And while he was outside of the car, what were you doing?
I was speaking to our officer.
How was that officer behaving?
He was nice.
He was nice?
Nice, he was nice.
Okay.
I didn't have any problems.
Okay. The officer that you were talking to asked you for any identification or anything like that?
Yes, he did.
And did you give it to him?
Yes, I did.
Did you have a wallet on you, like the one you
Yes, I
got
did.
today?
Yes.
Did the officer that you were dealing with ever ask to see your wallet?
Yes, I did.
Did he ask to see your wallet?
I don't understand that.
Okay. Did he ever say, sir, can I have your wallet?
Not have my wallet. He wanted an ID from me.
Did he ever handle your wallet?
No, he never had my wallet.
Did he ask you to get out of the car?
Yes.
Did you get out of the car?
Yes, he did.
And where did you, when you stepped out of the car, what if anything happened next?
All right. This is what I really call. When the officer came to me, he asked me what we were doing. I said, we're sitting here, about to have a drink. I showed him, yeah, liquid.
So the officer saw your alcohol? Your
Yes, he
liquor
saw it
bottles?
right there. I showed it to him. I said, everything is right here. Then he asked me to step out of the car.
Did he pat you down? If you were
No, he did not pat me down.
When you got out of the car, did you see your brother?
I glanced over to my brother.
Okay.
I glanced over to my brother. Yes, I did.
Okay. And where was his officer?
I mean, the officer was like face to face, like he was grilling my brother or whatever.
He was what?
Grilling.
Really?
Grilling,
Was
like
asking him?
asking questions and stuff like that.
Do you recall there was anything on the roof of his vehicle?
Yes.
You saw
Yes, I
something or
saw.
some things? What
I
did you
saw-
see?
I
If
saw
you
some-
recall, what did you see on top
I
of the
saw
car?
some items up there.
Items?
Yes.
Who did if you know, who did those items belong
My
to?
brother.
Now, at some point, did your brother get back in the car?
After they left.
After they left?
After they
Did you
left.
get back in the car?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Do you recall, did the officers ask your brother to move the car from the fire, in front of the fire hydrant?
After whatever took place, the officer said something sarcastic to my brother.
Which officer?
The officer was dealing with my brother.
Okay. He said something, you don't recall what he said?
He said,
I just say yes or no. Do you recall what he said? If no?
no.
Okay. Did either officer dump out the liquor bottles or the beer
No.
that was in his
We
car?
kept everything. They didn't take anything from us.
Did either officer ask your brother to call his girlfriend to come get her car?
No,
Did either officer indicate that the car was going to be towed?
no,
The car searched by the cops that night?
no.
Do you remember, do you remember what the one that you were dealing with looked like physically at all? If you can recall.
Yes, I could recall, I looked at her, I think it was in like a caramel
Complexion?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. All right. Do you recall going to Jersey City Police Department Internal Affairs
Yes,
at some point in time in connection with this?
yes,
Were you asked to give a sworn statement as to what happened that night?
yes, it was.
And did there come a point in time when you had to come to the Hudson County Prosecutor's Office after that and give another sworn statement
Yes.
to the Internal Affairs Department?
Yes,
At any point during this interaction, did you hear or see either of the two officers speaking to one another?
no,
At any point in time, did the officer who was nice come around to your brother's side of the
no,
car?
I did not.
Other than when your brother was ordered out of the car by the officer he was dealing with,
Yes,
did your brother ever get out of the car another time on Bayside Terrace that night?
no.
That was the only time he got out of the car?
Yes.
When you were dealing with those officers, if you can recall, did you hear or see either one of them using their radios, their control radios?
No.
Did you hear anything on
I
their
did
control
not,
radio?
they didn't make no calls.
If you can remember, and only if you can remember, how did you feel after the officers finally left?
Objection.
After the police left, how long did you and your brother stay there?
Please did.
Okay. Do you recall where you went next?
Yes, I did.
Where'd you go?
It's a downhill piece.
Okay. And how were you feeling by that point?
I was okay, I was straight state on.
Okay. Had you, in between the time that the cops left and the time you got to Domino's, did you drink anymore?
No.
And when you got to Domino's, what happened?
Oh, I went inside the horse before we hooked up. Then we discussed what we was gonna get to eat. Then I went inside. We go,
Looking at the screen, do you recognize what S8 is?
right,
Press play.
I guess that's pulling up right here. And right here. Yes, I'm not gonna say I guess. I have to get the money from him.
Okay. So he was gonna be.
He's gonna pay for it. Now,
What's going on here?
down right here, we're searching the car
Why is he searching the car?
because he noticed now the money was gone.
What money?
His money.
Okay.
You notice that's when you notice the money is going there. That's what we're searching for.
Was his wallet also gone? Or just the money?
Just the money. Just the money was gone.
Was it the money in the pocket that he gave you the 20 from, or was it the money
No,
from the
his
wallet or
wallet.
something
From his
else?
wallet. From his wallet.
What are you doing?
I'm looking in the car with him too now, and then once we know what's going, then I swear got on the phone.
Why'd you get on the phone?
To call the cops.
Now, if you look to the upper left-hand corner of the screen, do you see some computer writing on the upper left-hand corner? Yeah.
324. Yes.
The date that you were at Domino's, was it 324 or 325?
It's 324.
Right, that says 324. Is that the date that you guys were there?
Yes.
Okay. After midnight you were there?
After midnight.
Okay. Do you remember talking about the date that you went there when you can press the button, please. When you gave your statements to Internal Affairs Jersey City and Internal Affairs Hudson County Prosecutor's Office, did you have to tell them about what happened?
Yes, I told you that.
Okay.
Yes.
What is it?
This is a statement.
Whose statement? Yours? And where does it indicate who was present for that statement?
Yes.
What other names are on there?
Red Sergeant Johnson and Thomas.
Okay.
Rodriguez.
Are they, if you recall, are those the people that you met with in the Jersey City Police Department at Journal Square?
Yes.
I want to direct your attention to page 2 of 16 on this transcript, okay? Page, this is the second page of 63, okay? Beginning on line 21, it says two initials, those J,
Yes,
D.
Mom.
Okay.
Yes, this is me, John.
Now read line 21 and 22.
Sunday morning, Saturday, Sunday morning, on March 25th, go ahead. All right, me and my brother went on Richard Street, the side block to go, had a couple of drinks after we came from the after-hours spot we parked in front of the fire hydrant.
Okay, stop. All right, does that, so in your statement to Sergeant Torres, the Internal Affairs Department of the Jersey City Police Department, you were talking about an incident that took place on March 25th, right? Earlier you indicated that you were there on March 24th. Do you remember, or when we were talking about the Domino's video, I asked you about the date of
The
the
date,
report,
okay.
and you said March 24th. Do you remember if you were at Domino's on the 24th, the 25th, or something else? And if you don't recall, just,
I don't recall.
what did you do after you called the cops from the parking lot?
Well, I called them several times.
Okay. Did there come a point in time where you and your brother left the Domino's parking lot?
Yes. When he left out of the parking lot, he went down to his girlfriend's house
Okay,
on Ocean and Pickler.
okay, stop there. Do you recall whether or not you called 911 by the time you got to her house?
Yeah.
Okay.
911, operator 727, what's the address of your emergency?
Yes, how you doing, sir?
Hello? 911, what's the address?
Yes, hey, sir, listen, I was on, oh, shit, no, I was on, hey, bro, stop. My name
Was
is,
it right
sir,
there?
we just got, yeah,
Is that you?
Yes.
Who were you saying when you, talking about, or talking to, when you were screaming in
Excuse
the
me?
back? So who were you screaming at in the background? Did you hear that part?
Yes, that was no problem.
Why were you screaming at your brother?
I don't recall exactly why I was screaming.
Okay. Can you press play?
go, based on talk. I don't know if they got the rest or whatever have you. They searched me. My name is Jonathan Davis. They said to my brother, and the cop took money from my brother.
I said, so then why are you calling 911?
No,
This is police search.
I need a police thing or whatever. They took money from us, man.
So the police took money from you?
A police. Yes, yes. They took money and I gave them a police badge or whatever have you. They took money from my brother.
Alright, you have a badge, sir? You have a police badge?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're an officer?
Yes, sir.
Are you an officer?
No, I'm not an officer.
Alright, because police officers have badges, not civilians.
And then excuse me, sir. I'm only going to try to explain to you.
Look, you told me you had a badge. A police officer has a
No,
badge.
listen, I cut trees. I do work.
So you have like a card, like a courtesy card?
Yes.
Okay.
And then with that, I don't know what is it, somebody called, and then I had, we from there, they came on. They stopped talk. They searched me and my brother. They searched my brother first. And he had money over him. And he took his money. You know, he searched me. I showed him my card, my ID, and everything. They took his money. He took his money. And then right there, if you got anything on your record, show it on Bayside Park. With the cops that came there. Please, sir.
Alright, so did you get their names or badge numbers?
I didn't get nothing. I didn't get anything. Do you have anybody that came to Bayside? They took my little money, man.
Are you sure they were police officers?
I'm positive.
They were in uniform or they were in uniform?
Yes, sir. It was a cop car. And I spoke to one of the gentlemen. And he took my ID and everything. He ran my name and everything. And they, what is it? That's the officer to my, the other guy, took $600 to my brother. Now,
Where are you right now, sir?
right now, I'm on Billville and Ocean. They took my money, man. They took my money.
So you were at Bayside Park where at was that Chapel?
Took my money from.
Or Richard Street? Richard Street.
No, we need to get Richard Street, yes, sir.
In Garfield, right?
They took my money, man. They took my money, man. Now, the other officer, now, if you got anything with the call came on Richard Street, can you see that for you? The other officer took the money, man. I'm being honest with you. And then, we did everything, also, are you there with me? Hello?
I'm here.
Yes, now, they wanted my ID and everything. Now, I gave them my ID, and then also, I have because I've got trees for the city and everything. I gave them all my ID, and then I gave them a city. I have a card cap. Give me a second, sir. I got a police card because I do work for the city and everything. Now, they took my brother money. They took his money. We just here about 15 minutes ago. And give me a second, sir.
Sir, where are you right now? Your name is Jonathan Davis?
Yes,
And where are you right now?
Hey, right now I'm on Bidwell and Ocean.
You're on Bidwell and Ocean right now? Are you going to wait there?
Yes, sir. Yes, but because my thing is like this. I got my police card and everything. I'm legit.
You said you work for the city?
No, I didn't work for the city. I got a police badge. Oh, I got a police badge and everything for 2018. I got trees. I did a lot of work for the police or whatever have you. They sir, if anybody can come to me right now, the officers took my brother money. They took my brother money. I'll be real with you. Now, they took his money, and the officer that came up here, right now, he can call, they came on Bidwell, they took our money, they took his money. The other cops took his money, man. They took his money. Now, did you get a call to come on Bidwell, Garfield? They don't go up, no. And off them from there, I need you. I need you. You know what? Hey, officer. My thing is this. Now, my brother was getting aggravated, and I don't care what he's saying to me. Now, I'm not trying to repay no money.
So you're in a car? You're in a car?
Keep going. They took money. They took money from us.
Sir, are you in a car?
No, I'm walking right now.
Alright, so the police will be there as soon as possible, sir.
No.
What were you doing in the area of Bidwell?
That's his girlfriend.
Your brother's girlfriend? Did there come a point in time when you were in the Bidwell area that you met up with, or you encountered any other officers?
Yes, collectively. I saw a cop car that stays in that area with the lights.
Do you recall the street?
It's right in between, it's on Ocean, between Wayland and Bidwell. And I saw the cop car there, so I went over to the cop car
Why did you go to the cop car without
to
telling me?
explain what happened.
About police
About things
activity?
like, yes,
And what, anything, did they do?
nothing. They didn't do it.
What did you do next?
After that, we left, and I went to the South Street District Police Department.
You went up, were you alone when you approached
No,
those
we-
officers? No, listen to my question. Were you alone when you approached the officers on Ocean Avenue?
Yes,
When you left Ocean Avenue, were you still alone?
when me and my brother and his girlfriend left Ocean Avenue.
Well, they were not with you when you were talking to those officers.
After I spoke to the officer, I walked away from the office by myself.
Okay. And then next you did what?
We got into the car with my brother and his girlfriend
And where did you go next?
to the South Street District Police Department.
Is that on Bergen Avenue?
Yes, it is.
Hello, it's the police you call?
Hello?
It's the police you call?
Excuse me?
This is the police, did you call?
Yes, this is the police. I did call you.
Okay, where are
And
you?
my thing is this. I have...
No, don't
Alright,
don't tell me the story.
Yes, sir.
Tell me where you are.
right now, I'm about to go back to my house.
Alright,
You know what? From there, I'm okay also.
Alright, that's fine.
I'm okay.
I have a supervisor looking for you.
Say it again, sir?
I have a supervisor looking for you, because you called us.
Alright, yes, it was not dealing with me. I was trying to help my brother. Somebody took something from us. But I'm okay.
All right, you accuse the police officer of taking it from you.
Yes, if you want to see me, my name is Jonathan Davis. I gave you my name and everything. If you want to see if I'm okay, I'm good. I'm on my way home.
All right, we're just making sure that if you change your mind, call us back, but
Yes, sir.
All right.
I'm good. Thank you, sir. He had the money. That's it. Let's forget. I want to deal with this.
You had another call that you placed?
Yes.
Did there come a point, I'm sorry, you indicated that you went to the South District that night.
Yes.
Who did you go with?
Me and my brother,
Did you make a complaint about what happened in the South District?
I went inside to try to, I went inside to,
Who went inside?
me and my brother.
And what happened when you guys went inside?
Well, we didn't get fully inside the precinct.
Describe what you recall about the setup of the precinct.
When we first go in, it was like a big bubble glass and stuff. And, I said to the officer, and the cops just took my brother's money. And he said, prove it. And then my brother just got aggravated, because he was already getting aggravated from the phone calls, because it wasn't going nowhere. And then he left out, and I stayed inside for a minute trying to explain to the cop.
Did anything happen when you stayed?
No.
there? What did you do next?
And I left.
A few days after this incident, on March 29th, did you and Mr. Palms go to One Journal Square?
Yes.
And what's located at One Journal Square?
Tell me first.
And did you and your brother provide sworn statements as to what happened during that incident? Then after that date that you went to One Journal Square, in May of 2018, were you and your brother asked to come to the Hudson County Prosecutor's Office in this building?
Yes.
Did you go to the 5th floor of this building?
Yes.
Did you and your brother provide sworn statements to the detectives of the Internal Affairs Department in my office?
Yes.
Morning, Mr. Davis. Earlier, just to start, Mr. Brownhammer asked you about being on probation. You remember that? Okay. And you're on probation as we sit here today, right? And you were on probation in March of 2018, is that correct? Okay. And you also told Mr. Brownhammer that you were aware of the rules of probation, right?
Yes.
You agree with me that one of those rules is you can't drink alcohol on your probation, right?
That's not true.
That's not one of your conditions?
Not
probation?
my conditions.
Okay. Now, the one case you're on probation for dates back to about 2002, right? Yes?
Yes.
It was a theft case?
Yes.
Okay. And you got 5 years probation back then in 2004, actually, right?
Yes.
So you should have been done with that probation a long time ago.
Yes.
Okay. And the second case that you're on probation for, that's an arson.
Yes.
And I assume, or you can tell me, when you got charged with that and you came to court before you went on probation, you know what arson is, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if I told you that arson, what you pled guilty to as a crime of the third degree is that you purposely started a fire or caused an explosion, whether on your property or another, thereby recklessly placing another person in danger of death or bodily injury? Yes, that's what you pled guilty to? Okay. Now, just moving forward, back to March of 2018, you were talking about drinking that day. You said you started after noon, and I know you had some things going on in your life, so you were drinking pretty heavily, right?
Yes.
You'd agree with me that 15 shots, as you said, is drinking pretty heavily? No?
Not to me.
No?
Not to me. Not to me. No.
What's drinking heavily?
Gallon.
A gallon?
Yeah.
A gallon of vodka?
Yes.
And if you drink a gallon of vodka, can you still walk around?
Now I probably started before, but I drunk 15 shots and I was still knew what I was doing.
Okay. About what time did your brother get to your house, if you remember?
It was before midnight, before I can't give you the exact.
You had already drank all the vodka by that point, that's why you had to go to the liquor store? Or the after-hours spot, I'm sorry?
The one that's more, yes, I already have finished talking about that.
Okay. Now let me just take a step back. Since March of 2018, you've talked to your brother about this case, right? Since March, what we're talking about today, 2018, that's the videos we watched, right? And everything you testified to, that's what you were talking about, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Since then, so now we're in February of 2020, so almost 2 years, right? In those 2 years, you've talked to your brother about this case, right?
Not really.
No? Okay. Have you talked to Ms. Crowdhammer or someone else from her office?
Only time it's time for me to come here.
About how many times was it time for you to come here?
Couple of times.
Can you estimate for me?
Three times.
So about 3 times you spoke with somebody in the prosecutor's office about this case. Okay. And when you spoke with them, you went over what happened, right?
Yes,
So you talked about March 2018 with people from the prosecutor's office.
yes.
Now, in March of 2018, you told us that your brother didn't have a driver's license, right?
Yes.
Did you? You didn't have one either. So you're aware that neither of you should have been driving that car, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I wasn't driving.
I know you weren't driving. Well, you would have had bigger problems if you were driving, right? Being that you had 15 shots of alcohol.
I still didn't take myself.
Think so? So you testified earlier that at some point in time during the course of that day, you saw the money.
Yes.
Okay. Where was that?
This month.
In his wallet.
Yes.
Where were you when you saw it?
In the car, in front of my door, 195 Wood Avenue.
And you already told us that you remember speaking to Internal Affairs as well as the prosecutor's office and giving them statements, right?
Yes.
If I told you that you told them something different about where you saw the money, would you agree with me?
No.
So if I told you that you told them under oath that you saw the money at the after-hours spot, no?
Can't recall. Can't recall.
So you don't know whether that's true or not?
I don't recall.
You don't recall saying it, or you don't recall that happening?
Same.
Okay.
I recall seeing the money at 195 Wood Avenue when you first came to me.
So turn that over, right? And you remember looking at that, and on there is a date of May 7th, 2018. Top of that page, it says Hudson County Prosecutor's Office. And then it says, about on line 4, it says May 7th, 2018 at 10:15 a.m., right? You see that?
Yes.
And then on line 8, it says J.D. Jonathan Davis.
Yes.
Does that refresh your recollection that you told the police or the prosecutor's office that you saw the money at the
That I saw
after
the
hours?
money. That I saw the money. And the judge said that I saw the money. We went to the after hour. Did you see the money? We went to the after hour. All right. When did you? Oh, I see what you're saying.
Okay, so there it says, when did he show you the money? And it says, when we went to the after hour, right?
Yes, that's what he said.
And that's different than what you testified to earlier, correct?
Yes.
You don't, that's different.
Yes.
So do you recall as you sit here today, which one is accurate?
Yes.
Which one?
At my house.
Okay, so what you told to the police under oath, not true.
I'm not gonna say it's not true, I just can't. I was already drinking.
Right, so it's fair to say, as you've kind of alluded to this, or you've made it, you said this a couple of times. Because you were drinking that day, your recollection of that day is a little fuzzy, right?
Somewhat.
Okay. And also, I believe you said here, and I know you said before, and I can show you that as well, but you said earlier that you have some trouble with seeing as well, correct?
I never said that.
You didn't.
I don't recall saying I have a problem with saying.
You don't recall seeing you have a problem with your eyes?
I don't recall that.
So you testified earlier that you parked next to that fire hydrant, right?
Yes.
And you believe that that was called Richard Street there?
Yes.
How long were you at Richard Street before the police car arrived?
No.
Couple minutes. What were you doing up there?
I was drinking.
Did your brother drink it?
I'm checking out the room.
Did he have a drink?
Not before. No, we didn't have no drink. When we didn't have, we was not drinking at all. I just not drinking at all.
Did he, my question is, at any point in time while you were in the car there on Richard Street, he never drank?
No.
So the beer that you got,
It's
he
still
never
open. Closed. Everything was closed.
So it was closed, okay. Now, when the patrol car came up, you said 2 officers got out, correct? You only interacted with one of the 2 officers, that's what you said, right? And you said that officer treated you okay. You gave him your ID, right? That wasn't a driver's license, correct? Because you told us you can't drive. You don't have
I
it.
didn't say I can't drive. I said I didn't have to drive.
Oh, I apologize. You don't have a driver's license
At that moment.
at that moment.
Yes.
So at that moment, could you drive?
Yes, I can.
You could.
Yes, I can.
So you could drive without a driver's license.
I didn't say that. I said I can drive. I know how to drive.
Oh, okay. You misunderstood. I'm not trying to trick you. I apologize. You understand you're not allowed to drive with your own driver's license.
Exactly.
That was my
Yes.
Now, what exactly did you tell us you handed to the police officer?
It was my ID and it's a, is it BDA card or something?
PBA cards? And that was because, as we heard in the recording, you didn't
I
work
did
on
treat
trees.
for an officer that used to live on Richard, on that block as well.
Gotcha. And you handed those to the officer?
Handed it to him,
Did you get them back?
yes. Yes, I did.
So, and I'm going to jump forward and then we'll come back. Again, this isn't to confuse you, but you remember listening to that recording you just heard of your first call over to,
Yes.
and in that recording, you heard yourself tell them that they took money from you also.
Yes. Like I was saying, I was drinking because I can hear it in the tape. I'm stumbling with my words.
Right. So, did they take money from you?
Not for me.
So they didn't take anything from you?
Not for me.
Okay. So when you said that on there, that wasn't accurate either, correct?
They didn't take it, but I was making a statement.
That's fine. After the police got you back into the car, right? Did they just leave? And did you and your brother stay there on Bayview, Texas?
They did for
Stay there for a couple minutes. Did you have a conversation?
we just talking about him moving up sleepy, y'all, because he had all his clothes in the car and everything. He's excited about getting his apartment.
So you're just talking about life in general?
General.
Okay. And that's, had you seen, let me ask you this. Had you seen your brother?
I want to say,
In March of 2018, had it been a while since you'd seen your brother? It's a bad question, and that's a better one. Had you seen your brother recently before March of 2015, or 2018?
usually conversation on the phone.
But you hadn't seen each other in a while?
Not, I don't really know about a while.
Well, I'm asking you.
We saw him like every other month or something like that. We constantly on the phone.
Gotcha. So you were just catching up.
You want to say that?
You wanted to see him before he went to upstate New York?
He wanted to come see me before he
You
knew
wanted to see
us.
him? Okay, fair enough. And you were happy to see him?
Definitely.
You guys close?
Yes.
And when you call him your brother, you're not biological.
Not biological.
But you call each other brothers.
Yes.
Like somebody would call my
Can
cousin.
I explain to you? I will explain to you.
Go ahead.
All right, my quote-unquote stepfather
Okay.
is his dad.
When you say quote unquote, they never got married, but he raised you.
Because his stepfather was dealing with my mother and his mother. If you want to put it that way.
Fair enough. So you guys were raised together. So you remember before when I asked you about you saying it was about your eyes, and you told me you hadn't said that?
So
So
that's what I'm saying.
you don't recall, so that's fine. I'm just going to show you, that's S50. If you could take a look at that. Again, the number doesn't mean anything for your purposes. It's just for ours. You see on the top there, it says Hudson County Prosecutor's Office, then it says April 2nd, 2018.
Yes.
And then it says a sergeant, two sergeants' name, and then it says your name, correct? And Ms. Crowdhammer had you review that one earlier. You recognize that, right?
Yes.
Okay. And that was your statement that you gave at Internal Affairs, is that right?
Yes.
And you remember there they put you under oath, kind of like they did here today, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to ask you if you could look at page 12 of that transcript.
I'm sorry, I
Mine
can't see
too.
my eyes. It's because it's bad.
I think it says, I can't see my eyes, it's because they're bad.
I don't know why I'm making a statement on it.
Okay, well, I'm asking you, eyes bad?
No, it's not bad. I got reading glasses.
Okay. You left the park. Do you remember the drive to Domino's?
Yes.
Did you go right there?
Please.
You're familiar with that Domino's? That
I've been
area?
there before, yes.
You've been there. It's on Toledo Avenue here in Jersey.
Yes.
Right? And if you're going to that Domino's, what road do you come from? Do you
I
know?
don't know the route you're talking about, actually.
Yeah, you don't know the
I
route.
don't
you
know
took.
the route I'm talking
Do you remember being sitting in the front seat, the
about.
back
I'll go
seat?
to the front seat.
You were always in the front seat. You never got in the back.
I got this back once he picked his girlfriend.
That was after Domino's.
Yes.
Now, you were shown a video of Domino's earlier, right? You remember that? And you identified yourself, right?
Yes.
You said that was you
Yes.
going in that Domino's. And you said that was the car you came in.
Yes.
And that was your brother, Mr. Palms.
Yes.
And you said that that was you and him looking around the car, right? Just to try to find what was missing. Okay. Is that the first time you remember looking?
Yes.
Do you remember ever going back to where you were parked on Bayview Terrace?
I don't recall that. I don't think we went back there.
Didn't go back down?
No.
Now, you also told us you're from, you call it Richard Street, I just call it Bayview Terrace, I apologize. The area you were on Richard Street, you're familiar with that area? And you're familiar with the fact that there's a camera right there, right? You are, and that's, would you say that from common knowledge?
Just to see, yes.
After you left Domino's, Mr. Groudhammer asked you about going up to that police car. I think you said it was on Ocean?
It's an ocean between
Ocean between Bidwell and, and you said it's normally there,
It's normally
and it leaves its lights on.
2 or 3 that it does.
It's like a fixed post.
It's been like that just about everywhere there.
Okay. But that area where that was
Stays there.
stays there. So you knew that that car was there. That's why you started walking over.
No.
Oh, you didn't?
No. But you're asking me. I'm assuming that you're asking me.
Don't assume. I'm asking you if you knew the
Ask
car.
me a question.
Sure. Did you walk to that area because you knew the car was there?
No.
Okay. So you saw the car there and you walked over.
it, yes.
Fair. Yeah, I'm not trying to confuse you.
That's good.
So you walked over to the car.
Yes.
Do you remember the conversation with the officers?
I told the officer that we just had a lot of cops.
Okay. Was your brother with you?
My brother was not with me at the car. I walked to the police car on my own.
Correct. And then we heard another call that you made over to dispatch, correct? Did you ever meet up with that supervisor that was being talked about? Did you wait there for that supervisor?
I know I didn't meet up with anyone. I know that for a fact. And you guys did not wait. I know I went to the precinct.
So you left?
I went to the precinct.
And when you got to the precinct, you went inside.
Yeah, my brother.
You and your brother went inside. And you said that the officer at the desk asked what proof you had.
I said, proof.
Proof, excuse me. Proof. Okay. And did you stay?
I stayed for a minute. My brother left right out. He was already out of here.
Your brother left right out.
Yes, and I stayed inside. It's on video if you want to see it.
Okay. Well, what's on video?
But I just said to you, about me going inside the precinct,
Your interaction with the officer?
with me going inside
going
the
in.
precinct, me and my brother going inside the precinct.
You've watched that?
That's like that.
Okay. Where did you watch that?
I saw that at the time. My brother had the I was with she showed me that.
With the prosecutor?
Yes.
Okay. So when you met with the prosecutor, you didn't just talk, you also watched videos. And you watched the video of the precinct?
Yes.
Did you watch the video of Domino's?
Yes.
Okay. What other videos did you watch? When you went and met with the prosecutor, was it just you or were you with Mr. Palms?
Say that again, please.
Sure. When you had these meetings with the prosecutor, you
I was by myself.
You were by yourself.
Yes.
Did you ever go to Mr. Palms? So Jack, additional questions?
Davis, we're sure of asking you about the sworn statement that you gave to the members of my office's internal affairs unit. Remember? He asked you to read line 11, indicating the question at line 10 from Detective Yoakum, she's a female detective, when did he show you the money? You started answering when we went to the after hours, before we went down to the park to have a drink, right? And she asked you where the after hour was, meaning the doghouse, right? And you tell her what street it's on, and then she asks you, so he showed you the money. At that point, you answered yes. But she, line 18,
Okay. So he showed me the money.
and it said, what are these right afterwards? The dot. So, does it look like there was some crossover talk between you and the detective?
Yes.
You guys are talking at the same time?
Yes.
Okay. And then underneath line 18 is line 19. What letters are there? Whose initials? Your initials. And what do you answer?
Yes.
And then line 20 says dot, dot, dot,
At this point, at that point.
right? And line 21, JD, colon.
It says, does he already, dot, dot,
It
dot.
says, what?
Does he's already.
Because he already, dot, right?
Yes.
And so you guys are talking over each other. Is it fair? Were you trying to say something here and you got cut off?
Yes.
Okay. You indicated you need reading glasses. I need reading glasses too.
Yes.
Are you have difficulty seeing close up or far away?
Close up.
When you got out of the car at Bayside Terrace, earlier you said there was stuff on top of the car.
Yes.
Did you have difficulty seeing that?
I just saw papers and stuff like that. I have no difficulty seeing that at all.
And you indicated on Ocean, you never met up with a supervisor, correct?